Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara and Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with two of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Senia.
Hey, Tampa Bay. Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, your number one show for all things business and entrepreneurial. I cannot even talk today because Frank the Bank has been on vacation for about a week. And man, you know, sometimes those vacations are just really, really needed. And sometimes you need a vacation from your vacation. But today is not one of them. Today is one of those days where I came back rested. I feel good. I feel like going to work. But guess what? It's Friday. It's not even really a work day. It's Friday. That's right. And what better day to have an amazing co-host in studio with me than Ryan Owens from Rhino Mortgage. How you doing, Ryan?
Rhino is charged up today.
You look charged up.
You look good. You look like you just came back from a vacation.
I know. I told Ryan, this guy walked in, he's all dressed up. He's looking the way Frank the Bank normally looks, like a bank, right?
That's right.
But Frank the Bank came back from vacation. He got a little workout in.
You look like a credit
work.
union today. You look like a credit union.
Wait, does that mean that I'm overpriced and I'm not as professional as a regular mortgage guy?
I set him up. He knocks him down,
He sure
folks.
did. He sure did knock that one down. But I want to thank Ryan. This is Ryan Owens, by the way. Ryan just got back into the mortgage business and decided to join the Lincoln Lending team. And I am super excited because, guys, I'm going to make you a promise here on today's show. I don't make a lot of promises, but I'm going to make you a promise. Today's show is going to have extra excitement because you have like double the Frank the Bank in here. If there's anybody who shares my energy, if there's anybody who I can just say, Ryan, go do the radio show. Ryan, go get up in front of 500 people that says, oh, hell yeah, let's go. It's Ryan O.
Let's go. Let's charge.
He is charged up, man. He's got his own camera on. He's got microphones left and right on him. This guy, I just love it. So, Ryan, welcome to the Business Happy Hour.
I'm so glad to be here on the Business Happy Hour. I've been waiting for this. This is a dream come true.
You have.
I'm not even kidding. I love this studio, so I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me, Frank the Bank.
You are welcome. You are welcome. So on the show today, Ryan and I, we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna talk about
Let's have some fun.
We're gonna talk about Father's Day because both Ryan and I are fajas.
Yes.
We are fajas. So I'm gonna find out what Ryan did. We're gonna talk about a little bit what I did. What did you guys do on your Father's Day? That's what we're gonna talk about. Was it a good one with your family? Then we're gonna talk a little bit about the real estate market. Ryan and I, the best part about this show today is we did not prepare.
No.
Anything.
Off the cuff today.
Off the cuff. But this guy has been in the real estate industry for 15 years? Something like that? Am I outdating you?
That's okay. I'll take it. I've been 10.
10.
Decade.
Okay, decade. We're going to go with decade. He's been in it long enough that I know I can talk about anything with him. He's in tuned. The main thing, one of the biggest things that sets Ryan apart in the mortgage industry, in the real estate space, is his, I wouldn't say knack or love, but his experience with video, social media, the magic of the camera, and what it can do for you. I mean, just look at him. Look at his face, right? And by the way, if you're listening to the radio.
It's a face for radio now, isn't it? Look at that.
It sure is. If you're listening to us right now on 970 on WFLA, I do encourage you to watch us on Instagram. Go to Frank the Bank Cotto on Instagram, or just go to Frank Cotto. I put it on the Facebook as well as Frank Cotto III on Facebook, and just follow us. And then you'll see when we go live. Normally, we're live every Tuesday from about 11:15 to 12. Today we're doing a little makeup show because it's summer, a little vacation time.
It's summertime, you know?
It's summertime in the LBC.
It is. That's right.
In the TPA. So anyway, let's later on we'll talk about the market. Then I'm going to find out where Ryan came from, how's he tick, how did he get back into mortgages, and we're going to answer some questions about Lincoln Lending Group. Why Lincoln Lending Group? Ryan knows so many people in this town. He has been around. How long have you been in Tampa?
I just hit the. I immediately got into real estate when I got here, but 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
Everything's 10 years.
So 10 years, Ryan's been around. Ryan has worked with hundreds of real estate companies, mortgage companies, title companies, all kinds of stuff. And he chose Lincoln Lending Group, not only as a consumer, but somewhere to put his roots and to grow his career in mortgages. So we're going to find out why. I'm going to ask Ryan the hard question. And again, we didn't prepare for this. We didn't set this up. If Ryan says something I don't like, not much I can do about it because we're live on the radio.
What's this big red button for? Is that the?
That's actually the dump button. I don't know. James has never taught me how it really works because I never say anything bad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, don't. Did you hear that?
So if you hear anything you don't like, go ahead and hit the dump button. I guess that cuts us off the radio.
It totally cuts us completely off the radio. We don't want to hit that button. So he's like, listen, that'll shut down the whole station. So don't hit.
That's hilarious.
But it's like a kid, right? When you see a red button, seeing it sitting in front of you.
That looks like the most pushable button I've ever seen.
Like, James, that's not a good spot to have people like us in a studio. You don't, right? You don't just put a red button on a desk.
Not in front of me. I'll push it.
No, don't tell us.
But I
not
won't today.
By the way, total
to
squirrel.
hear this.
We love squirreling on the radio show. As a kid, I have this memory. Okay, I went and visited my great grandmother in a little town in North Carolina. She was staying in a nursing home, and I went to the bathroom, and I was probably like 6 years old. Do you ever remember? And they probably still have these in nursing homes where there's like a cord coming out of the wall or hanging from the ceiling, and it goes all the way to the ground. It's an emergency cord. Like if you fall in your bathroom and you need like EMS.
I thought that was for flushing the toilet.
No,
not that one.
No, but when I was a kid, I remember pulling it. And then, like, they all ran in and rushed in, like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, you don't pull a cord. And as a kid, I'm sitting here thinking to a 6-year-old, well, why would you put a cord right
exactly.
here?
Those are meant to be pulled, right?
Right?
Yeah, I get it. Even at 40, I'm pulling the cord.
I'm pulling the cord, you know? That's why they should have signs that say, don't pull. Right? Anyway, although I think that button does say push, doesn't it?
It says dump, which is, ambiguous. I don't know what that means.
Well, Ryan, I'm willing to bet if you ask 100 people what dump means, you're going to get 100 different answers.
Shout out to my brother, the original dump.
The original dump. There you
anyway,
go.
That's the story.
All right, so Ryan, let's talk. Let's start a little bit here. Let's talk Father's Day. St. Father's Day. What'd you do? You're a father.
The 20th most celebrated holiday in America.
Is it really?
Arbor Day is number 16. We're behind Arbor Day, but that's okay. Fathers, you are important.
Come on, trees are more important than us.
I totally forgot what Arbor Day was. It is about trees, isn't it?
It's about trees.
You know what? Well, we're planting our roots as fathers, and
we already sowed our seed.
We did sow our seed. It's growing, and my kids are growing real fast.
How old are your kids?
My daughter just turned actually the 16th, so the day after Father's Day, she turned 5 years old. She's a pandemic baby.
Oh,
June of 2020.
Wait, she is. She's a real pandemic baby.
Like nobody's in the hospital but the parents. Like complete post-apocalyptic desolation at the hospital. It's just a crazy.
Hold on, let me ask you this: as soon as she came out, did they put a little baby mask on her?
No, Lord, I would have burned the place down. But no, what they did do though is
burned it down.
We actually, I'll tell you a quick story. We didn't know what the sex of the child was going to be. We waited. We had them. We waited until the moment of birth to know whether it was a boy or girl, which was a fascinating experience. So anyone out there,
now,
you ain't living until you don't know what your child's going to be until the moment.
Were you on the business end?
It's like the 1700s. It was amazing.
It was like the 1700s. Bro, the 1700s, they probably put a mirror up there or something. I don't know. But
I don't know. We should look that up.
We should look that up. So what happened? Were you on the business end when it went down?
Yeah, and I'm a video guy.
Oh no, you did not.
And I was trying to video it. Not the right angle.
The right angle.
I was trying to get the right angle with it. But
is there a right angle?
My camera for the first time ever had shut off, almost like it was divine providence. Like God was saying, "This is just for you."
No way.
No recording. It ain't. It's just for you to experience right now. So that's what went down.
And so you saw before your wife even saw. Right?
Yeah, I was right there.
You were right there. and was your face like, it's not
there. It's a girl.
Oh, no, it's missing. Hold on, Doc, there's something missing here.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Now, wait, your son's older.
My son is 9 years old.
9. Okay, got it.
Yes, he's 9.
So you did it perfect, Ryan.
I think so.
I think so too.
I completely agree. Thank you.
It
was the way to go. Highly recommend having a baby during a pandemic and 2 children, boy and girl. Perfect.
I mean, I don't know what else you could have done. You could have done
right. Didn't really have a choice.
That is pretty funny though, because the world gets shut down and like 3 months later, Ryan's having a baby.
Yes, of course.
I don't know.
You know, existential threat and a new baby. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta love it. So speaking of existential threats, so little things going on over in Israel right now. I don't know. We won't go into all that.
Oh, I got a lot to say. Don't get me started on that one. Oh my goodness. Hey, folks, if you're driving, listen to the radio. 10 and 2, seatbelts on. All right.
I love it. So Father's Day. What did you guys do for Father's Day?
You know what? They treated me like Father's Day wasn't after Arbor Day. They really put me in the number 1 spot for Father's Day. It was quite amazing. I got some amazing gifts. I even got, for some reason, now I just turned 40. I didn't know it was pickleball time, but I got pickleball outfit given to me as part of my Father's Day gift.
How often do you play pickleball?
These shorts look absolutely ridiculous. They are long. They literally look like capris. And I had to tell my wife, I love it, but please take these back. I will never wear these.
Wait, is this a thing?
I don't know. Do any of you out there have pickleball shorts? Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing, but I guess
I'm going to look this up right now.
You got to see it. Pickleball shorts. Maybe it was just where she had purchased those, but I mean, it literally went down halfway down your ankle. But I was still very thankful. They took really good care of me on Father's Day, and I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I'm trying to look it up right now to see if like pickleball outfits men. Let's see.
Now you know, men, we really got it. They want us to show those legs these days.
I know, right? That's why I'm surprised you said that.
Back in the 70s, you know, you had the thigh cutter, you know, really short shorts. Those are back. These are like a rebellion against those.
Well, okay, so on that note, we're going to take a break. Okay. So, men, by the way, I just Googled pickleball shorts. I do see some board shortish style ones here. Not seeing the capris. I'm thinking these Ryan's family was playing a joke on him, guys. I think they're like, thanks, Dad, wifey. If you wear those, we're taking pictures of you. So.
That'd be a good picture.
Because I'll tell you, my son, 13 seconds left, my son's, every time I wear shorts that are even close to my knees, he's like, oh, God, you're so old. Lame. So I have to, now they're into like
with
5
your
inch.
ankle socks.
That's right, 5 inch, 7 inch, 4 inch. What are you into? We're on the Business Happy Hour. Stay tuned with Ryan Owens talking about the real estate market and the why Lincoln when we get back. Stay tuned. 1 minute, James. Dude, killing it as always. Instagram. Oh, don't forget, we are still live on Instagram.
Hey, Instagram.
Let me send James the title of the show here. Instagram, we're having a good time. Like and share. Send us out there, please. Get your friends out watching us.
Folks.
Sharing is caring. Let me get this out to James.
These shorts were absolutely ridiculous, though. I couldn't even believe
funny.
It.
That is a James. Okay, no problem. You can just fire us. Claire, let's see.
Are we fired?
Oh, we're fired again. Show title, : Why Lincoln Lending Group with a mortgage professional, Ryan Owens.
All the best mortgage or real estate advice from Tampa Bay's top experts. It's the Business Happy Hour with Frank the Bank Cotto and Senia Kishina.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, the number 1 show for all things business and entrepreneurial. We're having a good time. I'm doing my show description right now over here, trying to get ahead of the game for Mr. Producer today because I'm pushing him late. So you guys have to listen to me say this. The description of today's show, by the way, we are a podcast, okay? We are not just a radio show on WFLA, and you can listen to us on 1250 to WHNZ, and there's a FM channel we're on as well. I can never remember. James, what's the name of that one? 102.5? No? 105 FM. Find us over there. 105. James like, yeah, it's 105. Just tell people to go to 105. So you go to any of those channels, listen to us on the radio. You can also watch our Instagram live every Tuesday-ish from 11:15 until 12 normally. And we are also on Facebook and Frank the Bank. What is it? Frank the Bank Cotto on Instagram. Frank Cotto on Facebook. Business Happy Hour. We're also on YouTube. We put the Business Happy Hour shows there. And we always are on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all those other podcast channels. So we like telling you to go to iHeartRadio. Right now, the description of the show is going for this one is Why Lincoln Lending Group with mortgage professional Ryan Owens. And the description is, why would you choose Lincoln Lending Group over the other hundreds of mortgage companies that you could choose in town? Ryan Owens, a longtime industry professional, joined the team and tells us the why he made this decision.
I love your multitasking skills.
You're like that guy. I just multitasked on my cell phone.
They say it can't be done. I just watched it. It's real.
Have you ever heard? Okay, I'm going to squirrel just a little bit. Then we're going to go back to Father's Day. Then we're going to talk the market with Ryan. Have you ever heard of the 75% rule?
No.
I kind of made it up. I've heard
That's probably why.
Probably why. I made it up amongst some other rules that I've heard. And basically, it has to do with learning to delegate and learning to let go. And that was one of the hardest things for me as a business owner, being in business, self-employed 25 years. It took 15 years to decide, oh, God, I need to start letting go. And then it probably took 3 years to actually let go. And then every day it's a struggle. I mean, every day you constantly have to do it. But I created this called the 75% rule. And what I said to myself was, if you're a guy, and I know Ryan's like me, who you want things to be perfect and you want it to be done your way. And you're like, listen, it's got to be done this way because I know this is the right way to do it.
Amen.
But Ryan and I can only do so much by ourselves. So we have to let go. So I had to make a decision that things can be 75% as good as what I would do.
Which is phenomenal.
Right?
75% is good, is amazing.
Right? Because listen, I know you're a perfectionist, and if something is 75% as good as what you could do, then I know it's probably 100% of what somebody who's not like you. We're in good shape. But my wife holds it against me because I only can put 75% of my energy into one thing at one time. So I can always have that 25% to throw into something else, just like the little multitasking I was doing. So she'll be like, you're only giving it 75%. You're losing blah, blah, and go, and guess what I just accomplished? And you didn't. And that never goes well, by the way. Don't say that to your wife.
Don't do it.
Relationship advice here on the Business Happy Hour. So back to Father's Day. Ryan had a wonderful day. He was treated like a king. That's great.
I really was.
I love it.
Which is my name, by the way, Little King, Irish Gaelic. That's what my name
means,
is. Ryan. If you're a Ryan out there, you're a little king.
I've read that before.
I actually got treated like one for a few hours of the year,
10,
which I'll take.
5 hours? I'll take whatever you can.
I'll take 75% of any kind of love from the family.
So I took the family on a vacation for Father's Day.
You did?
But I did.
Which looked amazing.
It was awesome. I put out one post. I put 2 posts total the whole trip. I try to not be on the phone and be present, right? And I feel like the family recognized that.
That is beautiful.
It was nice. I did put out a post from, God, now I'm losing my mind on this beautiful bay in Exuma. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I put out a post on my 1,000th post, Ryan.
I love that.
1,000th post.
I liked it.
From a bay in Exuma, like Foothill Bay or something like that in Exuma. It was beautiful. If you ever get a chance to go to Exuma, go. It is the land of a million beaches. The sandbars like nothing I've ever seen.
It looked beautiful.
It was.
And you were swimming with pigs, which is cool.
And I swam with pigs. That's right. That was a request of my daughter. So the very last day, I had to pay somebody to take us on a boat to a freaking island. Anyway, by the way, pigs poop. They poop in the water. They poop on the land.
Yes,
they poop on your hand. They do whatever. Sam, I am. Anyway, so that was fun. So Exuma for Father's Day for me. Traveled with the family. We had a wonderful vacation time. Treated like a king by all on the island. It was wonderful. Very local island. Very nice. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. Very different from the Nassaus, the Freeports. Exuma. Little pain in the butt to get there sometimes, but it was good. So, Ryan, we got a couple minutes left in this segment. What I really want to do is I want the listeners, I want to learn about Ryan Owens. But I tell you what we'll do in the last 2 minutes, we're just going to talk a little bit about the market. When we get back, we're going to find out who Ryan Owens is and why he decided to stay in this crazy industry and why he chose Lincoln Lending Group and what does he have in store for you guys.
Can't wait to talk about that.
Right? What does he have in store for you? So, Ryan, the market, we got a couple minutes. Just in general, how are you feeling about the mortgage and the real estate market? Let's talk specific to our area, the Tampa Bay, Central Florida area. How do you feel about it?
I feel that we are on the precipice of a floodgate opening in the likes of which you, and as a 25-year veteran, myself, and people, I don't care how long you've been in the business, we're about to see floodgates open because buyers a lot of them are sitting on their hands right now.
Yeah.
You can feel the collection of the need to upgrade that home, to abandon that 3% interest rate, to upgrade, downgrade, whatever they need to do. There is so much pent-up demand that when we do see, because first of all, you're working with Lincoln Lending, we've got all kinds of tricks to get you in a home right now, but the vast majority of the market is going to come out here soon, and I'm anticipating something like in the likes of which the mortgage business and real estate's never seen before.
You used a big word too, the precipice or something?
Precipice.
So the precipice. Ryan, what is the key factor that you think might just open up these floodgates?
Well, it's all about consumer sentiment. Only thing that matters, no matter what we say, how does a buyer feel? The buyer feels that right now, because they're not educated by those at Lincoln Lending Group,
right,
that they feel they're leaning on their own understanding of the market and watching the legacy news. They're paying attention to Uncle Fred, who bought a home back in the 80s at 18% interest and all these other things. They don't know that right now, first of all, can be an amazing time to buy, but they just don't feel like it's time to enter the market right now.
Right.
They're feeling like they should sit. They're feeling like they should wait.
Right.
Okay. But they're about to soon enough not feel that way anymore. And if you pay attention more to Frank the Bank Cotto at Lincoln Lending Group as a broker, a wholesale lender in Tampa Bay, you can realize that right now could really flip your feeling about, can I buy? Because you absolutely can.
And we're going to answer that question.
Generally, just the whole market itself, we're about to see it open up.
And Ryan and I are going to talk about more in the show why it's going to open up and why it is the time to buy, because I promise you those people are on the fence and they are ready to jump over. You don't want to be the last guy over the fence. That's like at your high school party. You don't want to be the last guy over the fence when the cops come.
No.
You don't want to be the last guy this time. Stay tuned to the Business Happy Hour. I'll be back with more of Ryan Owens and why Lincoln. So your face, are you okay with how close your camera is to your face on Instagram?
Oh, well, I mean, I have a large head.
I didn't know if you want to back yourself up a little bit or not. You looked a little, It's okay. We got time. We're good. Instagram, thanks for watching here. We got you on Facebook, too. My God. The man of many faces. Oh, yeah, that's good. Tilt it up a tiny bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I think you're better right now. Oh, you look perfect. Very centered, very nice.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Let's see. We got, what is that, 6'10" WIOD?
7 5/8.
What is WIOD? I don't even know what that is. 7 5/8. What's that?
Like something we use in war.
Yeah.
That's my head circumference for my hats.
Oh, is it really? I am 6 7/8, sir. Yes. That's on the...
Peanut to watermelon.
I know, exactly. What did you say you are? 7 and what?
Welcome to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, the owner of Lincoln Lending Group right here in Tampa Bay for 23 years. Joined by his incredible co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara & Associates, Tampa's top real estate company. Together, they have helped finance and close nearly $1 billion of real estate every year. If you're looking for local mortgage or real estate advice, the Business Happy Hour team has been right here on News Radio WFLA for over a decade. Listen right here or find us on the Business Happy Hour YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram at Frank the Bank Cotto. Now sit back, relax, and get ready for some serious mortgage, real estate, and business talk with two of Tampa's top experts. Here's Frank the Bank and Senia.
Well, by the way, guys, Senia has a very deep voice today because her name is Ryan Owens, mortgage professional with Lincoln Lending Group, 1 decade in this industry, and we're about to find out who this guy is. Ryan, what I was telling you, by the way, is you can see where you are centered in the iHeart camera over here.
Where am I at?
You got to talk.
Where am I? I can't even see myself. But you know what?
There you go. Now you're on.
James, we're good. Okay, we're on.
You're on. See how you are? Yeah, you can center yourself. You can do whatever you want. Ryan is a video expert. That's why I'm showing him these things, because Ryan Owens knows more about video and social media than most people. He has forgotten more than most people know. He knows about algorithms. He knows about hooks. He knows when to post, how to post, what to post. He knows about the quality of the video. He looks at my stuff sometimes like, hey, you're not in 4K, bro.
You're in 720, bro.
Like
720-ish.
That might be 128 kilobytes for all I know. All right. So, Ryan,
kilobytes.
We're halfway through the show. We got to get into this. I want the listeners to know a little bit about Ryan Owens.
Okay.
Who are you? Where'd you come from? And then what got you into mortgages? And then we're going to talk about the why on this segment.
Well, I got a long drawn out story, and that's going to be in my upcoming book, so make sure you get that. But the short synopsis is I'm a Midwestern guy. We were up north in Ohio, born and raised, and was having a lot of fun up there, but decided to come on down to the Sunshine State. I was tired of shoveling snow, wanted to shovel some sunshine. So we came down here, and I'll tell you exactly why I got into the mortgage business. Let's just forge ahead. Traffic was terrible here in Tampa, and that's why I'm in the mortgage business.
Are you serious?
Yes, I was going to start a new internet department at a Ford dealership up on 19 in Clearwater, 25 miles away from my home. I was like, I'm from Ohio. 25 miles takes 25 minutes. No problem. I'll be back and forth within an hour. Come to find out, here in Florida, 25 minutes can take an hour and a half. So I realized that there was going to be 3 hours of driving a day to go up to a Ford dealership around a bunch of smokers taking smoke breaks. And I was like, no, this isn't going to work. And I instantly got a call on the phone from a friend from high school who was in the mortgage business. By the way, my mother is she'd already been in the mortgage business for years. So I'm familiar with the mortgage business. But he calls me and he says, hey, Ryan, you're a great salesperson. I know that, anything you do, you're going to be successful at. I've got a guy you need to talk to. This was right after I realized that the 3-hour drive. He said, I'm going to have you talk to another guy named Ryan in town, which worked for My Mutual, which was Michigan Mutual's new retail branch. Yeah. And so I went and interviewed with a guy named Ryan, and instantly they came off of the refi boom. So they're used to being in call centers, making calls and whatnot. So they're looking for a guy who can kick down some doors, go into some brokerages, get back past some gatekeepers and make some new business. So I instantly took my license, got into the mortgage business, and it was honestly because traffic was terrible here in Tampa. So
I was not expecting that story, and as you know, I did not rehearse this with him. So this guy got into mortgages because of traffic.
Yes, traffic in Tampa will make you do a lot of crazy things.
Now, you went around, you've worked in a lot of areas of real estate. I know.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I find myself self-proclaimed to be one of the most well-rounded people in real estate here because I started off in retail for about 4.5 years, and then I built up a title company on the marketing side, brought them a lot of new business that they still work with today. Nice. And then I worked there for 3 years, and then I got this itch to really take on more of a marketing and video forward business and help real estate agents and mortgage loan officers really expand their video marketing. But I ended up working for a Remax team for a year before I started my own business, Rhino Creative Media. So really everything from the gaining lead to the marketing of real estate to being on the title side of things and understanding that world to the retail side and now the broker side of mortgages, that's a well-rounded real estate partner right there. So that's been the journey.
So I'll be honest. Your real estate experience, although shorter than mine, is more well-rounded. I mean, I never worked for a retail side, so I think that's a very important thing when I ask you the why Lincoln and why do you not just tell your consumer to choose a wholesale broker, but why did you choose to work? Why did you choose to support your family through working with a wholesale broker? Right. And I don't have that perspective. So let me just ask you the question.
Ask me.
Why?
Okay.
Why would you not go back to retail? What's the difference? Why do you think this is better for you and your family and your consumers?
I'm very customer service oriented. Making a lot of money is fantastic. Right. If you do well at your job, your career, you can make money. But I really want to help people. And the problem with retail that I found was that I have to fit people into a mold. I have to make sure they fit into a box that I have, and I only have one box. So if they're not able to fit in that box, I can't cram them in there. It hurts people. Right. So retail is wonderful, but I have no ability to really customize the experience for a consumer that's buying a home. In the broker world, I have so many more options. I have hundreds of different boxes, different colors, different sizes, different shapes that I can fit people into with products that are going to be best for the consumer. I had to sell my products in a way that made them fit the best of my ability into a certain line of products.
But it might not have been the best.
Might not have been the best, but it's what I had to work with. Limited options.
Right.
Now on the broker side of thing, I've got an expansive amount of options that I can tailor, fit for the best need of the consumer instead of my best need as a loan originator.
But let me get this straight. You still get paid. You still make a commission.
Well, of course, I'm not doing this for free. I'll tell you that right now. There's a lot of work behind the scenes, folks.
There is. But what I'm hearing is the difference in retail and wholesale from a guy who has worked in both, and you're really putting this in the eyes of the consumer, is that you're able to give more options to someone. You're still doing the same job, but you have more options. So you use the word tailor. What does that mean?
That means that I'm custom fitting you. That means I'm bringing you into the office. I'm taking out the measurement sticks. I'm seeing exactly how long your arm is, how long your leg is. I'm seeing the circumference of your waist, and I'm making you look good because what you're wearing with me is tailor fitted to your specific financial strategies that we actually develop for you because of the amount of products that we have. Because everyone's different. Every single buyer, every single homeowner, every single seller has got a unique situation, a unique job, unique income. And if we don't have the ability as a broker, we're really limited. And don't get me started on the bank and depositories because, and folks, nothing against them, but they're 9-to-5 workers. They get paid a certain wage. They don't have the incentive to really go outside of the box at all or go above and beyond for you because when I clock out at 5, I'm still getting the same paycheck whether this loan goes through or not. I have an incentive and a fire under me as a broker to make sure you're well taken care of because not only do I want you to get to the closing table, I'd like you to refer over your friends and family too because of the experience that you had with us.
So you said everything in one, you just nailed it right there.
Sound bites,
Sound bites, right? It is radio. So from a consumer standpoint, if I work with a wholesale originator, I'm going to have more options than if I just go to my bank. So I mean, can a wholesale company like Lincoln Lending Group do all the same loans as my bank can?
Not only can we do that, but we can typically do even more and even faster. So that's the speed. But let me talk about, you said wholesale. You said wholesale like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I want to make it clear, wholesale is a big difference too. Because we are not having to, like the banks are, so you have this rate that comes through. Everyone talks about rate. But they're on the retail side, I don't have the ability to give you a better rate that I do as a broker because I'm not having a bunch of middlemen in between the origination of the rate and where I'm selling it to the consumer. So the wholesale side, you're saving money right off the bat the moment you give me a call.
So the reason that the rates are cheaper is that they're not marked up a bunch of times by a bunch of middlemen.
Over and over again, just like your analogy of the shirt that was made in Istanbul.
Yeah.
It's made for a certain price, maybe 98 cents. It's getting all the way to Nordstrom's, and now it's $79.99 on sale on the clearance rack, maybe even. But still, that shirt started off as 97 cents or something like that. That's the same thing that's happening within the banks and the retail lenders is that there's so many people sticking their hands into the rate. By the time the consumer gets it, it's inflated. It doesn't have to be that high. And with a wholesale broker, you don't have to worry about that.
Now, let me ask you this. Okay, so we just talked about the consumer experience. So clearly,
that's what it's all about.
Exactly. Now, let's be a little greedy for you as an originator.
Okay,
you could work anywhere with your experience. You made a choice. You made a choice to come to Lincoln Lending Group, which is the wholesale side of the business, the broker side. Was there a reason that you chose Lincoln over any other company?
There's the broker side. I know that I wanted to go broker. I had the chance to go back to retail, but I did not. The main thing I want to say is energy and options and reputation. So those are 3 things that are really important to me because in this business, it can wear down some people that are working hard in this business. You have maintained your energy, sir. And I wanted to be around a leader who was very energetic, but also had been in the business a long time and had created the type of environment where, see, as a broker, we got to have great relationships with others out there.
Right.
And you've established those relationships. So the ability to come in, high energy, great organization that has these amazing options and all of the resources for me to be able to tap into as a returning originator who maybe wants to stick more on the marketing side, get more business, but has the resources for my loan officer assistants and amazing processors and amazing systems in place. You've established that. So to be able to tap back into that is almost like I had continued to be in this business the whole 10 years because all the resources are right there and available to me. So that was really important for me.
It's like you didn't miss a beat.
No, it's like I didn't miss a beat at all. It's like I had been here. Everything was waiting and available for me to take advantage of when I got back to Lincoln Lending Group.
So we got to take a break. When we get back from the break, before we go into your experience and what the consumer can expect from Ryan Owens, okay, we are going to ask that question. I'm going to ask you a question that goes out to all the originators, all the professionals out there when we get back. And I'm going to ask you a very simple question, which is, why should a retail originator not be scared to take the jump into wholesale origination? That's the question for all you retail originators. Stay tuned on the Business Happy Hour. We'll be right back. All right, last segment coming up. We'll hit that question, and then you want me to drive you into your type stuff, or what direction you want me to go?
Take
Take you home, baby.
Take us to the limit.
One more time.
Whatever you feel like doing.
That was only for you, Instagram.
That's right. Nobody else can hear that. It's exclusive.
No, they cannot. Let's see. Oh, we got to talk about how they get in touch with you. How do they reach you?
You can do that a variety of ways. I've got my phone number. I've got my direct messages.
I'm going to ask you that, so be prepared.
Call me about a loan.
Contact Ryan. I've highlighted on here my favorite part of the show. Car dealers, car salesmen smoke.
Yes, they do. How can you take a smoke break if you don't smoke, though? So there is some genius to it. I mean, you can't get away from the job for a little while if you don't smoke.
So you got it. It's funny, this is for you Instagrammers only, when I got into the mortgage business and I called my dad and said, Dad, I'm going to work for a mortgage company. His first words out of his mouth, you're going to be a car salesman? I said, no, Dad, I'm working for a mortgage company. That's what I said, a car salesman. I'm like, oh, my God.
He's funny.
I was like, give me a pack of Marlboros. Come on, Dad. We got this. My dad also told me a funny story when him and his cousin got caught smoking his grandfather's cigars. His grandfather, we're ready when you are, yeah. Brought him out.
Let's get back to the Business Happy Hour radio show with your host, Frank the Bank Cotto, owner of Lincoln Lending Group, and his co-host, Senia Akishina, realtor with Mahara & Associates.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. We have that question that we're going to ask in just a second. But before we do, I know you guys are sitting there saying, this guy, Ryan Owens, this Rhino mortgage guy has energy. He's got knowledge.
Let's go.
He's making all the right decisions. I got to know how to get in touch with this guy. So, Ryan, why don't we tell him now, and we'll tell him again later. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, you can get in touch with me from anything from smoke signals all the way to direct messages on Rhino Mortgage. That's RYNO Mortgage @ and you can reach me on my cell phone, strictly for business. If you're calling, I am going to be at your attention. 813-610-0647.
That's an easy one, 0647. That's 610-0647.
There we go.
Rhino Mortgage. You guys go to @Rhino Mortgage, RYNO. And don't forget, if you want to touch base with Ryan, all you have to do is reach out to me. I put the stuff out there all the time. The Instagram has my cell phone numbers. Be like, I want to talk to Ryan. I want to talk to the guy that was on that show.
And I want to talk to you.
That's right. He does want to talk to you. And we're going to get you in front of him. Hey, hello to all the people who are joining us on the show right now. Giving you guys a wave. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share this out with all your friends. Rosa, good to see your face again. I love it. Rosa's our past co-host on the show. Shout out to Rosa. So Ryan, let me ask you that question.
Bring it.
The question was: there's a lot of people in the industry. Maybe they're working at a bank or one of those bad credit unions or something like that.
Oh,
right?
Dun, dun, dun.
And they don't have all the options and everything, but they're nervous. They're nervous about making a jump from sitting in the bank and being spoon-fed to going out and building their own career. Why should they not be nervous to jump from a bank into a wholesale company like Lincoln Lending Group?
Well, first, what do you want out of your career? That's the first thing I'm going to ask you is, do you want to be able to expand your offerings to the public and be able to market more things than you've ever had access to and be able to do them well at a high level while also getting paid better, and the ability to tap into pre-existing systems like Frank's, Frank goes out and does a lot of, brings a lot of agents in and allows you to tap into that. And he's not there. You're not competing against an owner. You're actually a partner with that owner who's got a great reputation, does a lot of in-person classes, and gets you the opportunities to be able to expand your business that only you have to take advantage of. And if you want to take advantage of that, you want more offerings, you want to make more money, you have more aspirations for your career, then it's really as easy as you giving any of us a call and allowing us to get you in front of Frank for him to tell you how your career can expand by getting into the broker side of things and joining Lincoln Lending Group more specifically. Well,
that was perfect. So basically, long story short, they don't need to be scared to go from retail to wholesale. There's
no fear, but fear itself. Sir.
That's exactly right. What also I heard from you, just kind of subliminally, is I heard that if you are the type of person who wants a career,
yeah,
you want to be in this industry. This isn't just a job where you're going to plant your butt to make your hourly rate. If you want a career, it seems to me, Ryan, like even if it's not Lincoln Lending Group, you should be on the wholesale side of this industry, not sitting on the retail banker side. Would that be right?
Yeah. That's exactly right, Frank.
Yeah.
That's exactly
He's
right.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's exactly right. If you want a career and not just a job, just over broke, you need to take some advantageous moves in your life,
right,
and join the broker side of things. Brokers are better. Hashtag.
That is hashtag brokers are better, and some of our favorite partners say that, like United Wholesale Mortgage.
And by the way, look at the Scotsman guide. There's some amazing retail lenders out there. Nothing against lenders, but I'm on this side of things, and I'm marketing it because I believe in it. So,
So actually, let me segue into that. Ryan, what are some of the products that you believe are very important for people right now? What are some of the things that you think people need to know about?
I think they need to know about a variety of things, whether you're an investor, a first-time home buyer, or experienced buyer. And that is for investors, whether first-time or not. There is a DSCR loan, no income, no job. You can become an investor right now. And that is an amazing loan product out there. And Florida is just a hot ground for new, old, experienced investors. The DSCR loan is phenomenal.
No income.
No income. No job. It sounds like you shouldn't be able to get a loan, but you absolutely can because it's based upon the servicing of the debt, which is having a renter into the property. So you can become an investor today by giving us a call. So that's amazing. The other thing is, too, a lot of people are, because they're reluctant to get out into the housing market, they might be sitting on some equity. And no matter what we say, no matter what our products are, they're going to be sticking with their 2.5% interest rate right now.
Can't blame them.
But they're sitting on a ton of equity.
Right.
Us as brokers, we have the ability to offer up home equity lines of credit, which gives you an option away from complete refinances. You can still hold on to your first mortgage rate and be able to tap into that equity, pay down debt, be able to make more investments, not go to the casino, but no judgment. I'm just saying. But also the first-time home buyer, the Home Time Heroes is coming out. We've got 1% down conventional loans that are available to us. And we've got, I believe, almost 0% down on most products.
I would venture to say that Ryan can find you a no money down product for 90% of the scenarios that you come up, whether it's USDA, VA, FHA, with grants, Hometown Heroes, conventional, 1% down. You've got it, Ryan.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, no way.
Now, working with some of the great agents that here in the Tampa Bay area, there's a lot of sellers who are offering up seller concessions, meaning they are helping you pay down the closing costs. Because it's not just down payment with a loan. There are closing costs, there are fees that the sellers are more than willing, mostly.
Right.
And I think the majority of home buyers are taking advantage of seller concessions out there. So not only do we have zero down programs, but you can even have most, if not all, of your closing costs completely covered, and it makes moving a no-brainer.
So the last time I talked to you about this, you told me that with one of your clients, you actually got them into the house. They closed. All they did was pay for their appraisal and their home inspection, and when it got to closing, you got them back their earnest money deposit of $4,000. So they basically got into that place for like $1,000. That's amazing.
Yes, that's almost getting paid to move.
It was.
That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's just so many different ways for folks to take advantage of the housing market, which right now is great because there's a lot of inventory. There's not a lot of competition. And woe to the person who thinks that when rates come down, that they're going to be able to go out there and not have to compete on rising housing prices and a plethora of people.
That's
going for that house. Right now, you can get it.
I promise you what Ryan said earlier about that flood, the people standing on the fence. It's a real thing. You don't want to be
it's gonna flood.
Competing. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And you're going to get wet.
That's right. That's right. When rates drop, I will make you a promise. Prices will go up.
Yes, of
course. And you will be sorry you didn't buy today because you can marry the house and date the rate and you can refi. Ryan, we've got 30 seconds. Take us out. Let's give a message to the guys in the last 30 seconds. What do you want them to hear?
I'm glad you're out there driving safe in Tampa Bay. And if you're looking to even think about buying, selling, investing, you need to get a hold of Lincoln Lending Group, Rhino Mortgage specifically, charged up by Lincoln Lending Group. We want to help you succeed in this housing market. And you might be believing some myths out there. We want to bust those myths and get you into that door.
That's right. How are they going to reach you, Ryan?
They're going to reach me on Rhino Mortgage and 813-610-0647. Make a song out of it. You'll remember it.
That's it, guys. Ryan, thank you for coming on the show. It has been a great one.
It's been great. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. We'll see you guys next week on the Business Happy Hour. Boom. Nailed it, Berlander. Thank you, sir. We got to be out of the studio pretty quick.